The opening shot shows a man sitting in a cafe with his boss. A split screen shows the man's phone ringing, and he picks up the phone. The screen switches to display the supers, suspicious calls originating from outside Hong Kong right in the middle of the window. Then the screen turns into a virtual background showing the supers, all local mobile service operators, followed by a pop-up of voice alert in Cantonese. Putonghua, English. The scene returns to the cafe. The man's phone screen shows an incoming call prefixed with +852, and he picks up the call. The male voiceover says,
"To raise public awareness of suspicious calls originating from outside Hong Kong, all local mobile service operators will send voice alert in Cantonese, Putonghua and English for incoming calls prefixed with +852.
The scene shows the man listening to the voice alert, with the supers "Call is from outside Hong Kong. Beware of deception" displayed on the screen. The man nods his head in understanding. A voice alert is played in English.
"Call is from outside Hong Kong. Beware of deception."
A split screen shows the man tapping on the end call key with a smile to hang up the phone call. The screen displays the supers "Unknown call." The scene switches to show an old lady using her phone at home. A split screen shows that the old lady receives a text alert suddenly, which took her by surprise. The male voiceover says,
Or send text alert in English and Chinese.
The scene shows her phone screen displaying a text alert message. "Call is from outside Hong Kong. Beware of deception." Another set of supers. Screen display is for reference only. Actual presentation may vary depending on mobile phone models. Also appears alongside the mobile phone. The scene then switches to show an incoming call prefixed with +852 at the top of the phone. A split screen shows the old lady tapping on the end call key to hang up the phone call. A pop-up super, "Stranger," appears on the screen. The male voiceover says,
To remind mobile service users that the calls originate from outside Hong Kong.
The scene returns to the cafe. The man is talking to his boss about the voice alert message he has just received. The screen displays the supers, provided free of charge by mobile service operators. The male voiceover says,
Alert services provided free of charge by mobile service operators.
The screen displays the supers "Pre-registration not required" and "Mobile apps installation not required." The male voiceover says,
Pre-registration, mobile apps installation.
The scene returns to the cafe. A split screen shows that the boss intends to change the settings on his phone, but the man tells his boss that there is no need to do so. The screen displays the supers "Changes of phone settings not required." The male voiceover says,
Or changes of phone settings are not required.
The screen displays the supers "Local unknown calls." The scene then shows the old lady and her granddaughter taking a stroll in a park. A split screen shows the old lady receiving an incoming call from a phone number without a plus sign. Both the old lady and her granddaughter are puzzled by the call. The screen displays the supers "Unknown call." The male voiceover says,
Even if the caller number display has no plus sign,
the scene shows a close-up of the caller number display, which is an 8-digit Hong Kong phone number, while displaying the super's 8-digit Hong Kong phone number on the screen. The male voiceover says,
and shows an 8-digit Hong Kong phone number, it may still be a scam call.
The scene shows that the man who is in the cafe receives a call suddenly while he is jogging in the park. The scene switches to show that the old lady is answering a call. Meanwhile, the supers "Ask for personal details" with a red line striking through appears on the screen. The scene then shows the man picking up his phone call, while the supers "Ask for money" with a red line striking through also appears on the screen. The male voiceover says,
Do not disclose personal information or transfer money to unknown callers.
The scene then shows in split screens both the man and the old lady hanging up at the same time. The supers "Ask for personal details" and "Ask for money," both crossed out by a red line, appear with a boom effect and then shrink at the same time. The male voiceover says,
Protect yourself from losses.
The end shot shows the slogan, "Communications Authority reminds you, pay attention to alerts, stay vigilant against suspicious calls," and the logo of the Communications Authority. The male voiceover says,
Communications Authority reminds you, pay attention to alerts, stay vigilant against suspicious calls.